You can go ahead. Thank you, Phil. Okay. So again, welcome everybody. We preliminary, what we're going to talk about a lot today is what we just talked about. Good to see everybody. You know, we didn't meet last month, but we did a lot of stuff. But before we begin, as we always do, again, I appreciate you all's attendance and participation. And Brother Dave, again, I'll ask you to lead us in prayer. And could you include in your prayer, Dave, Tiffany Bush and Oscar Brown? Both of them have suffered from COVID. They're doing a lot better now, but include them in your prayer as well as our brother Bill Lewis. Thank you, Dave.
Give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good and his mercy endureth forever. Lord, we come before you right now, thanking you once again for this another day, a day that we have not seen, oh God, but you have blessed us in this day. Lord, we have those that are among us that are sick, bereaved. We ask those that are sick with this virus, oh God, that you strengthen their bodies, move it away from them so that they will be able to function once again and serve you and your people. Lord, we thank you right now for Sister Bush, oh God, for Oscar. I have a couple of nieces and nephews that have that illness, Lord. We ask you to bless them right now in the name of Jesus. Lord, we ask you to come into this meeting, Lord, that we might be able to leave here more informed than we were when we came in. And we'll thank you right now for all things in your precious name. And we said, amen and amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Dave. Hey, can you give us an update on Bill?
Yeah, matter of fact, I was with Bill last weekend. He, myself, and Don Cash went up to Philadelphia for another colleague's funeral. When Bill told me he wanted to go, I literally tried to talk him out of it. He said, well, Dave, I'm going to either be sitting at home or I can sit in a car and ride with you guys up to Philadelphia. And that's exactly what he did. It was a long day, but he did well. He's doing well. He's definitely not 100%, but it's with that kind of attitude that he has that he's going to keep pushing on. You know, it's no need to sit and say, woe is me. But we had a good time. And a matter of fact, I just talked to him day before yesterday. And, he's very, very, very happy that folks are lifting him up. So let's continue to lift Bill up, if you will.
And you as well, my brother. And thank you. And just so everybody know, Yvonne Cash, I just talked to her today, giving me a report about what we're about to do at the Vote Center. But she lost 3 cousins like in 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, Jesus. So life is so precious. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, David. Now, again, we'll do the call to order, call for an approval of the agenda. You had a chance to look over the agenda. Is there a motion to accept the agenda as presented?
Agenda. Lois makes a motion. We accept the agenda as printed.
Thank you, Lois. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Andela?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Andela. The motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Move on. Again, I will entertain a motion to forego the minutes. Tracy's not here, and I did not get a copy of the minutes, so I will forego reading of the minutes. We'll probably have them for our with the general membership. But when I get in touch with her, I can send those out to you. So I will entertain a motion to forego the minutes for this meeting.
I make a motion. We forego the minutes for the meeting.
Is there a second?
Lord.
Second.
Thank you so much. I think that was Shaq. All right. Thank you so much. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we'll move on. Next up is correspondence. Michelle, I don't think Michelle is with us. Okay. I do have a correspondence to share, and I'll share that in my president's report that I received from her. Financial report was sent out, 2 financial reports. Did everyone get the copies of the financial reports?
They did.
We sent out 2.
I think I saw it, but I couldn't get it because my internet was down, but it's up now.
What's your pleasure? We can vote to accept it without reading it, or we can take it up like we're going to do with the minutes in our membership meeting. What's your pleasure?
Have you
Well,
got a
let's-
copy of it, Mike?
Yes.
Well,
I know they were mailed out. Some of you may have seen it, some of you may not. Someone said the internet was down. So I will entertain a motion to accept the financial reports that were sent out, or there can be a motion made that we forego the acceptance of the financial report until all people had a chance to review it.
Excuse me.
Well, I
What's your
personally think that we could forego it. You had it, you looked it over. Did you have any questions?
No, none at all.
Okay, then why should we carry it over? Let's accept it.
Okay, so I entertain a motion to accept the financial reports as presented by Tawana.
I'm in favor of that motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second,
Who seconded?
Shaq.
Thank you, Shaq. It's been motioned and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We're gonna move on. Next up are our committee reports. Dave, your report on the smoking cessation?
yes, back in last month, mid-month, the smoking organization did a funeral, a mock funeral for the vaping, trying to get rid of the vaping and menthol. They had it down at the Rights Museum. It was very, very interesting. Had a choir there, had a minister there, and all of that, but trying to really bury this menthol and vaping. I think his name, they called his name Willie Wilson or something like that, had really smoked himself to death. So they're really trying to put emphasis on the fact that we need to get rid of these menthol cigarettes out of our community. That was, like I said, mid-month last month. We've not had the meeting this month. We'll have it, I think, next week. So that's what's happening with the menthol group.
Thank you. And Dave, I'm assigned Bob's sister to work with you with the retirees and / health, the healthcare initiative. That's something we're going to be looking at, getting actively involved. Those of you that I know you all are politically astute, and part of the things that we have to do, and I'm going to talk about our political action by educating voters, is that the fact that the Republican Party and all of them vote against the veterans receiving their health care for the fire care. The Republican Party, all of them can vote against insulin being kept down at $5 versus being $33, and they get away with it. But
Yes.
Democrats did that, it would be, hell. So, but health initiatives is something that we're going to getting into this year and carrying it up into next year. I want you two brothers to work together. Thank you, Dave. Are there any other committee reports? And can somebody mute, please? Can somebody, whoever that is, please mute? Someone, we're getting a lot of background noise. Please mute. I don't know who you are, but could you please mute? Okay, you're not muting. Maybe because you can't hear me. Please mute. Thank you.
Yeah, that was Pam.
Thank you, Pam.
Got it. I got it.
Any other committee reports? Any others? Hearing none, we'll move on to the president. Oh, sorry, David.
I have
David.
I have
I'm
my
sorry,
hand
Lois.
up,
Excuse me. Go ahead,
Michael,
baby.
And
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
have a report because you and I talked about the scholarship. Were you able to find out if we
Yes, we didn't
received
receive any scholarship application.
Okay, great. Well, it's not great, but that's okay.
And Lois,
I
I
didn't wanna
we
fall
shared with them
down
our
on the job.
conversation. Lois and I talked about everybody. Lois and I, she was out of town. She was calling me, making sure the process was going on. When she says great, we mean that in the sense that we'll have more time to do it the way we want to get it done right and really push it for next year. But we did not have any applicants. I had 3 people ask me about it, told them the process, hey, hurry up and get it in, la 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 la. Never received it, but we'll be ready for next year. Thank you, Lois, and your committee. Thank you for the work. Are there any other committee reports? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to accept the committee reports as presented. Is there a
I
motion?
make a motion that we
Motion to
accept
accept.
as the committee
And
report.
second it.
All right, I think that was Lois that made the motion and Frank made the second. Call for the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, we'll move on.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody. Move on to the president's report. It's going to be a little detailed. We got some things happening. First of all, to let you know, I've been doing a lot of connecting with different organizations and collaborations, and our name is getting out there. This Detroit's cbtu brand is getting out there. And Andela can tell you all the many commercials I did at the Soul Day for cbtu.
Yeah, you
But
did.
convention reports. The convention reports. If you have not sent Tracy a copy of your convention report, please do so. We are resolving the polo shirt issue. The committee that I was chair of, our work was not utilized, the process was changed, and the change was unsuccessful. And Tony and I are resolving to work on that issue. So if you have not received your polo shirt, it will be coming, because Tony and I are getting personally involved. The National Executive Council Board, the leadership has asked us to attend, or asked the leadership here in Region 7 to attend Executive Council Board meeting in New Orleans at the Hilton Riverside from December 15th to December 18th. They're waiting to see if they have a quorum before moving forward. And I have not received an update since last July. We were not provided an agenda, so I'm not sure of what the topic is. But as soon as I find out more information, I will share that with the leadership and also with the membership. cbcu Detroit, PAW program. We did a broadcast and a political discussion with the candidates who are running in the 12th district, Janice Winfrey, Chanel Jackson, and Kelly Garrett. I hope you had a chance to watch it. We invited Congresswoman to leave, but she was in Washington and could not appear, even though her staff called it at 7 p.m. right before we went on the air. First Vice President Tanya Ray and I were the moderators, and Phil was the engineer. We received a lot of positive feedback, especially thank yous from a lot of people just saying thank you for putting that program so we can hear these people talk, because they always get the little sound bites. And I thought that Tanya and I we came up, well, matter of fact, people, my report, people said the questions from us is what they would have asked or wanted to know. So we served the community, cbtu. Please, everybody, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need you to do that to get our numbers up. We're working on a program with Chris Smalls and also with Ben Crump, that's upcoming. Those are in pre-production. And another program, and I asked Frank to join me on that program, where we are going to talk about the 13th district and the 12th district and where we go from here. And we're going to invite Keith Stallworth and some other people to join us. Region 7 meeting, Frank will talk about it in more detail. The regional meeting is scheduled for September. Emphasis will be on the need for more chapters, unions, and community getting involved. There is an election. If you're thinking about running for office, let them know if that's something that you want to do. But regional elections are scheduled for September, and I probably I don't have the exact date, but Frank can share that with us. Canton, the bowling fundraiser. They're having a bowling fundraiser, and we can take it up a new business if we want to support it. It's August 21st from 4 to 7. I'll be there supporting them. It's $30 per ticket. You can bowl or not bowl. Detroit cbtu. Thank you, everybody, for paying your dues. If you have not received your card, please let Tracy know or let me know so we can make sure you get your card. If you want to start paying for next year, you can, but we're still collecting money from this year. Again, if you've not received your card, please contact Tracy. Her email is tracy@cbtudm.org. The Mega Walk, Mega Talk. Political action was done in the final weekend before the August 2nd primary. We joined in collaboration with other constituency union groups in a massive political action. Detroit Downriver APRI spearheaded it. A weekend of political engagement, hung door hangers, did phone banking, knocked on doors on Saturday, July 30th and 31st. The lists now are completely done electronically. They don't have paper lists anymore, so if you could be doing this, we'll be doing it. It'll all be done electronically. You'll need your laptop or your iPad to participate in that. I sent the information out to all of us. It was at Labor's Local 1161. And we made a donation of $150, and our logo was on the door hangers. So that was a good thing. And kudos to our sister, Angela Hunter. She's an incredible trade unionist. Soul Day, Oscar Brown was our project manager, but he got sick. And the collaboration we did with two nonprofit community organizations, Courageous Incorporated and the Northwestern Alumni Association, they really appreciated us, the things that we did. I assisted them. The event was well attended and people had a great time. I want to thank Denise Jennings and Della White, Sharice Howard, And Denise, what was the other sister's name? Andela? I can't think of her name. Oh Lord, it'll come to me. They came out and staffed our table. CBTU had a presence there. We were there to register people to vote as well as tell them about CBTU, sign them up for CBTU. So again, putting our brand out there. And like I was telling you, I was the MC of the event, and all day I talked about CBTU and the different things that we do. Cannot say enough about all of you that volunteer, especially Andela and Denise and you guys. You are the lifeblood of this organization. So I thank you. We did not take that lightly. Wayne County Sheriff Ray Washington and Lord Dickerson, Region 1A Director, were honored with the Soul Brother and Soul Sister Award, respectively. The Clarence Pee Wee Harris Humanitarian Award was given to legendary Northwestern High School coach Ron Teasley. Also, Willie Horton was honored. It was good to see him, man.
Oh, yes.
He knows about CBTU now.
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry, what you saying, Della?
No, I was agreeing with you.
Oh, yeah, it was great to see him. Great to see him. Deputy Mayor Todd Bedison, Reverend Wendell Anthony, Keith Williams, and I all spoke on about the community. Just to give you some history, Mayor Coleman Young asked Pee Wee to move Soul Day. It used to be a 3-day event. It had the 4 times, Motown acts. It was huge. Think about that movie, Questlove won the Oscar for it, just like that. Top acts performing and talking about, Black. And that's when my job was helping putting together. I brought in young people because they didn't know why we had to have Soul Day. They even told a story about Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. That was not a James Brown song. James Brown made a deal with Wade Butterball Briggs at the airport, at Metropolitan Airport. He signed a contract so James Brown could make a song called Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. But Butterball Jr. was saying that for years. So Mayor Coleman Young asked him, Pee Wee Harris, to take the Soul Day down to Hart Plaza. If everybody goes to Hart Plaza, like we'll be there next weekend for the Ribs and Soul, was nothing happened in Hart Plaza when Coleman Young became mayor. He asked Pee Wee to bring it down there, to bring people to downtown. Soul Day became the African World Festival. So it's a lot of history. Our membership drive is continuing. I staffed a table of recruitment for the Young Workers Conference. I was able to sign up a few people. It was great. Canton had called and asked me could they join us because I'd already set it up. I said, sure, no problem. They came. But they came the day before and they signed up most of the people. I had a family issue and I couldn't be there, and no one else was able to come, which is understandable. But the interactions were good, everybody. Because of the potential for new members, we have a chance to engage, and they can see our enthusiasm for the organization and our purpose. Our under 40 chair, Sandor Duncan, received an award, and Tracy Dye and Donna Dye and their team did a wonderful job. It was great. And they had great attendance. To see those young people hungry for knowledge was wonderful. So I was glad I had the opportunity to be there. Our first home buyers workshop was fantastic. When I spoke about what CBTU does in the community at the Soul Day, I talked about the first home buyer, and them people would hit me, when's the next, we want to go. So right now we're looking at dates. Say again, please. Oh, okay. We're looking at late September and early October to do it again. If you want to attend or have your family and friends to do so, and want to stop renting, this is not a property acquisition workshop. You have to live in the property, and they're talking about first time buyers, but it is utterly amazing. I was just going to be there to introduce it, and I was going to go ahead and have my Saturday, have fun. It's from 10 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock. I stayed the whole thing. I learned so much. They have programs where they get you money for your down payments. Once you go through the program they're doing, it's a HUD certified training program. And they had 3 people there, 2 bankers and 1 mortgage, 4, 3 bankers and 1 mortgage lady. And one lady was sick. She said, I had to be here because I'm trying to help people. And that's the whole thing I told what CBTU is trying to do. They have money for down payments that you can get. I mean, it is utterly amazing. So after you go through this training, then they go to you one-on-one. So you nobody hear your business. You talk to them one-on-one. They have free credit repair. I mean, it is an amazing program. So CBTU, we don't do anything with it. We just basically sponsor it and let them go. So we're going to give away. And they gave away their trade secrets. They told you what to say to the mortgage people, to the bank people. It was just amazing. And you can get a house with no money down. So it was only women there with no men there. It was a couple of mothers with young kids, 2 sisters who buying a house in Southwest Detroit, but we're going to get more and more people there. But it is a great program. I was very impressed. I stayed for the whole time. I learned a lot. And I know about real estate. They blew me away. So when it comes up again, everybody take advantage of it. If you don't want to go, get the people that you know need a house, they can go. CBTU Men's Health Fair is coming up this Saturday. Man Up for Me and My Family. This Friday at 9 o'clock, I'll be on Mason's show talking about it. So call in, ask questions, and all that stuff. The fair is going to run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at UAW Region 1. Director James Harris is our host, our gracious host, and is supporting the event. We're partnering with Farm, Family Assistance for Renaissance Men, which is a nonprofit organization. You guys heard me talk about it many times, to help men become better fathers. So we're really excited about this. Willie Bell, who founded Farm, and is the CEO, and myself are co-chairs, and Gary Grant is our project manager. It's going to be free health screening for men over 18. Our primary message for men: don't be scared, come out and get checked out. You do a lot for other people, do something for yourself. But the caveat, what makes ours a little different, we're having a children's event. So we're asking the men to bring their families, because your health is a family affair. We're having suicide prevention. And I'm kind of a little emotional because one of my good friends' son tried to commit suicide a couple of days ago, which blew my mind. But it also let me know God telling me we're doing the right thing by getting this information out to these people, and it's free. We have Henry Ford Health. They don't come out for too much anything. God gave them to us, and they're going to be there with a special program that they're doing on prostate cancer for especially African-American men. And you guys know, I like talking about it. I'm a prostate cancer survivor, so I'll be talking with what I dealt with, and what my doctor will be there as well, and to educate men, because you can't beat prostate cancer. We're going to have diabetes testing. We're bringing in a special program, a 16-week program that they will follow men with high blood pressure to help them deal with it. So I'm really, you guys can tell, I'm really excited. Also, mental health. Again, we have the American Society for Suicide Prevention there. We have 2 mental health organizations that will be there, because your mental health and your physical health come together. And our point is, for you to be a good father, you need to be physically well and mentally well. It all comes in. So we're really excited about that. The kids gonna have a play area. We got I've been blessed to get donations from some great organizations, so we got everything covered. We're gonna have free food for everybody, healthy food. Kids will have juice boxes, water, no pop. We're gonna have 2 bouncies. We're gonna have a photo booth, games for the kids. It's really gonna be a great fair. We were there this morning, Gary and myself, and we're doing a final walkthrough. We're excited. Gleaners is giving us food. We're gonna get the people who may be need food security. That will be available as well. So it's gonna be a lot. Now, what we need, folks, is volunteers. We need people who watch the bouncies, make sure that the kids get hurt in the different games, a photo booth. And matter of fact, we're thinking about trying to get a 2 basketball hoops so the kids can play basketball. So Region's been so wonderful. They're letting us use their insurance, so we don't have to pay for it. God has blessed this project. And the people I've spoken to, we invite a lot of churches and people like that. They're coming, they're bringing their members. ABC Student Transportation is going to hire people on the spot and give them interviews to be bus drivers. So it is good, because there are a lot of people sick, and we have COVID shots. Wayne Health is doing all of the testing for the blood test for prostate cancer, for diabetes, high blood, all that will be taken care of by Wayne Health. So we're in good shape, but we do need volunteers to watch the kids to make sure they don't get hurt. We have ice cream, and what the guy's going to do, we're able to hire some African-American vendors. This one particular brother has an ice cream truck, and he doesn't have ice cream sandwiches. He has scoop ice cream. So we'll be telling everybody, if you say, I listen to Mason in the morning, we'll give you extra scoop, but he's going to take care of us. He has like 5 different flavors. So again, we're really excited about this. We still have time for you to let your bowling team know, your church team know, members of your family, especially the men, to come out. We don't have to worry about the weather. It's going to be a beautiful day. You know, God already talked to me, so it ain't going to be no rain. But if you've been to Region 1, you know how beautiful it is out there. We're going to be actually in a sub place that it's like garage doors that go up, so the air will go in, so it's going to be comfortable. I've invited the governor and the lieutenant governor. One of them will probably be there. We're going to have a short program at 12 noon. Not a lot of speechifying, but we are going to have doctors talking to men and women. We'll have a spot that's private where people talk about suicide. We have Holistic Institute that'll be there talking about the holistic. We have the Black Caucus Foundation. They'll be there talking about drug addiction and how to, drug prevention. It's just going to be a wonderful affair. And I think it's something that cbtu Detroit can hang their hat on. So you should be proud. But again, volunteers, we need you. in the morning if you can be there. I'm asking if you give us 2 hours or 3 hours. The event starts at 9. I'll have food for you. Starts at 9. Contact Gary or contact myself, and we'll give you those spaces where we need you. So we appreciate it. We just talked about the scholarship landscaping for seniors. Anthony Thomas, again, I told you before, came up with this idea. We're still pulling the details together because some people who are already doing it. When we're talking about something unique, we want to train the young people to start their own landscaping business. Had an opportunity to talk to Todd Benison, some other people, the city, their neighborhood centers. So we're working on that. So it may not happen this year, but next year we're looking at getting grants so we can pay teenagers a job, but also train them to start their own business. The gun violence on the town hall summit, we're in the initial stages. I've had some conversations with the police chief and some people in the mayor's office. Several churches, community want to get involved with this. This idea came from one of our new members who joined at the convention, and she was a victim of gun violence. So she'll be heading up the project. I tasked her to head that up. Fundraise, everybody. If you have some ideas, please get with Pam and Denise Floyd or me. We have some events that we're looking at doing. We told you before, we're looking at doing a comedy show with the Temptations, the version of the Temptation, not Otis Williams' version. But one of the brothers that sing with him is a member of cbtu and the UAW. You guys may know Terry. He just finished doing a play, as a matter of fact. Even a bowling event. Frank knows I bring this up all the time. Frank and I have been talking about this for about 25 years. Movie night and a dress-up dance. So we've got something, possibly bringing back the furniture raffle in December. So if you have any ideas for fundraising, please share them with Denise and Pam as soon as you can, please. The website, we will be updating all of our social media in the next few weeks. What happened yesterday, a candidate for office for a UAW office put their political literature on our Facebook page. And I hit it, and we're going to go back into anybody post anything on our page, it has to be approved before it's shown. But that's not a good look. We're not supporting anybody politically, especially somebody in the UAW election. Why they did that, I don't know. We have some issues with the website. It's back up and running when people are trying to join, but we're in good. Last thing I want to talk to you guys about, and we want to have a long conversation, beginning of a long conversation, and we'll get into it more after Frank gives us an update on the regional conference. It's political action. We talked about it briefly, all the things that we're disappointed in. So we're looking at, we're going to be working with the Vote Center, been meeting with them. We're going to be doing some activities up there. But we're going to idea about educating folk, registering people to vote. Again, we're not telling who to vote for, but educating people on the issues. Unfortunately, a lot of times the conversation that you all had today was because you're an educated voter. You know the things going on. A lot of people don't know what you know. So it's time for us to share that. We're even looking at bringing back something we did years ago, and we're looking at funding. Got some people interested in doing it, where we actually train candidates. But we're looking at specifically training union brothers and sisters to run for office. There'll be an educated candidate for office. So we'll be talking about that. So again, we're joining forces. Everyone's crafted. I was telling you earlier, Michelle gave me some correspondence. There's a group called BBM, it's a power building organization, and they want to support our work. So what they've done, they've afforded each CBTU chapter only. They can't do unions, so it's only going to CBTU chapters. And I shared it with Dana and with Sonia and Frank. And what it is, we can apply, and again, make sure I get your permission to do this. A $5,000, and I would suggest that we do a GOTV, they have the vote grant. Again, it's only for CBTU chapters. But there are some other things that we can look at doing, and I'm gonna read those to you. They have a local redistricting committee. They have a LibGen Solidarity Economic Initiative, Campus Invested Fund, Take the Field Challenge, Convening Travel Stipend. It's an invitation only. I have no idea what that is. We don't want to touch that. Environmental Justice, Divine Nine voter mobilization that's dealing with the sororities. COVID vaccine access and education, something we already do. General operation, again, as invitation only. What I think we should apply for is GOTV, voter registration. We have rapid response, emergency relief by invitation only, travel stipend, we ain't touching that, by invitation only, and warrant clinic. So those are the different categories. It's a really intense application. It's a lot. of course, we got to give our EIB number and different things like that. But I wanted to know if this is something that you think we should apply. I think we should. I'm recommending that we apply with $5,000 the grant money. As I read it, I'm still going to rereading it. The money that we get, we can use. Long we use it for GOTV, we can use it any way we want, but we have to account for it. So we get to new business. I want to go into that into detail. So that concludes my president's report. Are there any questions?
Yeah, I got a question.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please.
All right. On the program you talking about for the landscaping projects, over at where the Black Caucus Foundation office was at Durfee at the Innovation Center, you might want to check there. They had a program there last year that they were teaching kids that very thing. How about all the landscaping equipment, how to use it, and they were actually taking them out. How to use it.
Frank, could you whoever that is mute, please? Okay, go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so if you should check out over there at the Innovation Center at Durfee and see if they still have that program, because they were doing it in that neighborhood. They were using landscapers to actually utilize the kids in that neighborhood so they can learn how to do that business. And it was a good program. So you might want to check.
You know they had their own equipment?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they had their own equipment. And they were actually teaching the kids on that equipment. Okay. And they used, everything, whether it was a lawnmower, whether it was a edger, everything, blowers, and then kids were actually learning how to use it, and they were teaching them how to run their business out of that, behind that. So that's something you might want to check back.
Oh, most definitely, because we're looking to collaborate with people around the city. This group that we're attempting to collaborate, because there are other people doing stuff like you said they're doing. So we want, we're not reinventing the wheel, and we'll step on what somebody's doing, but they're actually going to give us the tools, give us the lawnmower, riding lawnmower, all that, and we don't have to pay for it. So we're looking at, I'm trying to find things that we can afford, get in there. But we can, the whole thing is collaboration. So yeah, Frank, we definitely do that.
That's a good piece right there. And you said something about somebody from the Black Caucus is only speaking this Saturday?
Not speaking. They'll be at the, they're part of the venues. What's her sister's name? Because she came out to Soul Day and she said, you sent out to Soul Day. I said, no, we're not doing that. So she had the dates mixed up. But they'll be there. They're going to have a table. They're going to be a vendor. They're going to talk about their drug addiction program, the drug recovery program.
That's Shanice.
Shanice, it's her birthday week too, a month or something. She told me.
Yeah, it's her birthday month.
Yeah, so she made sure I knew it was her month. But yeah, they'll be there, Frank. Passing out stuff, talking to people. So they'll be there, passing out literature and talking to people. Okay.
Well, I'll be there early.
Great. Come on. How are you feeling, by the way?
Well, I'm good. Hey, I'm an old man, but I ain't dead yet.
Well, I know you shared some things with me. I'm just glad you're feeling better. But we need you. Come on out there. Can you stay till 12? Because if the governor comes, I want to make sure we do a photo out there. Have you and Dana and Sonia.
I wish I could. The Black Caucus Foundation Alma Star Wars Scholarship Program is that morning.
Oh, okay.
It's at 11. I'm on the board of that too, so I have to be at the program. The program starts at 11, so I have to go over there. So I'm gonna come over there for about an hour and a half, then I'm gonna shoot over to that program.
Great. Well, we'll feed you breakfast. Don't eat breakfast. We got some good food. So.
Well, yeah.
Okay. No grits. No grits.
So yeah, I'll be over there for that.
Great.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering who that was, who was gonna be there. Okay, that's your niece. Okay, great.
Thank you, Frank. Any other questions on the president's report? Go ahead, Dave. You're muted, Dave. You're muted. We can't hear you, Dave.
All right, where is this event on Saturday?
It's at UAW Region 1. The address is 27600 George Muro Drive. Where I go 696, come up at Van Dyke, make that loop before the light, make another loop, and then go down 3 blocks, make another right. You're there. You'll see signs as well. Plenty of parking.
you're on Van Dyke, north of the freeway. It's that Tank, Dave.
Yeah, Tank,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and plenty of parking there to worry about. Matter of fact, for volunteers, I'm sorry, thank you for saying it, Dave. Everybody that you come, we have a special parking for you guys. So we'll direct you when you come. You won't be caught up with the traffic, everybody else.
I'll be there.
Michael, what
Appreciate
time is it? This is Lois.
Lois, the event starts at 9 a.m. It ends at 3 p.m. We stop testing at 2 so we can wrap up and get everybody out to the Wayne Health thing. If you want to volunteer, if you got there at 8:30, I'll have coffee and breakfast sandwiches, whatever. The sandwiches, everybody, are turkey, bacon, and beef. And then it's going to healthy meals. It's going to be a fruit salad, bananas, apples. The kids will get juice boxes. The adults will get juices, apple juice, orange juice, bottles of that. So, and then we have a photo booth. It's gonna be really, really nice. So if you get there at 9, give us a couple of hours. People have stuff to do on Saturday. Like Frank's got another thing to go. Or if you want to come after 12, we have a truck, a game truck. The kids play those games. So we have a game truck where they can go in there and play the video games. We're gonna have the toss the thing. We got 2 bouncies, popcorn machine, snow cone machine. We have music. We're gonna have balloons and stuff. So it should be a festive affair. We wanted the men to understand health is a family affair. So, Daddy, you grouchy and stuff and drinking because you think about all the problems. Maybe you need to talk to somebody, and get your mental health together. We all go through things. I mean, there are people you work with every day, people in your family who are depressed right now, going through depression right now, and there's different levels of depression. So that's the whole piece, is to help people.
Mike, that would have been a good venue to have our meeting.
Our CBTU meetings?
Yeah, we could have had it right after.
Oh, you said, well, I didn't want to see, Frank, I'll think about everybody's day, because we'd be out there early in the morning, from 8 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning. It's over at 3, and then we ask people to stay there for a meeting for another 3 hours. I was thinking, so that's why we're going to, have it the following day. Where it really, I say messed up, you guys don't know the history, I'm sorry, behind the scenes stuff. Our original date was the end of August, was August 31st. That's when we were planning on doing it. And then the lady pulled the rug from underneath me and said we had, you're dealing with people. I'm trying to keep quiet because I'm on recording. So they changed the date on us and said they had some other people. When I said, well, wait a minute, I talked to you a while back. So the other day I was looking for was on the 20th. So we have our meeting date on the 13th. Well, the region couldn't accommodate us because of the Democratic election that's going on. So trying to juggle things and make things work and trying to look at people's schedule. We went on move forward with the 13th for the fair, and then we moved the CBTU meeting outdoors on the 20th. Now, if you think, folk, that we should move it to from the 20th to another date, we can. We still have that flexibility. We just can't go forward. I mean, backwards, but we can go forward.
A lot of us might be at the state convention.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and like I say, no matter what, something's gonna happen.
Something going on. I do got one question. Who did you talk with at the Wayne County Mental Health?
Yeah, Detroit Wayne County Mental Health will be there, and American Prevention of Suicide will be there.
Who was at Wayne County Mental Health?
I talked about 4 ladies, and they're sending a guy, and I don't have his name in front of me. I think Delona, Delona. Delona's her name.
Okay. Don't rack your brain. I talked to you offline. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I had like about 4 of them. Then they went on vacation, and they sent me to somebody else, and blah 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 blah. You know the deal. Trying to put stuff together. So, but they're very, very helpful. And then this other brother, the name of the organization is it's a national organization, Mental Health W something. They're really big. So we're trying to get them there as well. Mental health is an important piece of this. Okay, but everybody, do you think we need to move the date, the meeting date, the general membership meeting date to the following Saturday, which would be the end of the month? Or do you want to keep it at the 20th?
The end of the month.
Yeah, and like Frank said, originally our next meeting, I had Judge Bernstein coming.
Going on this
that's running. Yeah, you know what, a lot going on no matter what. Because we can't wait to September because that's Labor Day.
Skip it and just go into September.
I really think we need an August meeting.
Huh?
I think we didn't meet last month. We need to meet in August. Me personally, I'm okay because everybody doesn't go to the Democratic convention, you know, and I'm okay with moving it to the following Saturday as well. I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Make an executive decision, Michael. Make it that last Saturday.
You want to do it the last?
whatever
My
you-
decision was the 20th, but I'm saying I'm coming to you, everybody here. If you think you'd like to do it, because again, we're talking about people's schedule. You know, I really would like to get it and get it done, and we done for August, and then we can go into September. Because I know everybody's gonna be at the Labor Day parade and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but if you do it the last Saturday, then it's just like 2 weeks, and then we'd be right back here at our meeting again.
Exactly. That's why I like to go with the 20th. Any other discussion on that?
Just leave it on the 20th, Michael. Those who gonna make it, gonna make it. Those who ain't. But like I said,
Yep.
you don't want to put them too close together.
Right. It's already bad enough with us asking people to come out on Saturday, then here we come Sunday again. But we're gonna have fun on that day, and folk can make it. You know, they can. I'm gonna have Tiffany Bush sing, so if I'll put that on the flyer. I can hear Tiffany sing now, and Dylan gonna dance. Okay, so that'll be. Any other questions on the president's report? Because I really need to hear your thoughts on our political action. Any other questions?
Except president report.
Okay, somebody said something, I couldn't hear you.
I said motion to accept president's report.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. There's a motion, I think, by Phil. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second by Frank. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, we'll move on. Thank you so much. Before we get to the new business to talk about the Canton fundraiser and our political action, I will ask Frank if he can make a regional report for us, please.
Okay. The regional conference is on Saturday, September 24th at Region 1A from 9 to 3. We're putting together the save the date flyer. So you should be getting that soon, probably the next few days. The guest speakers are Jimmy Settles and Gerald Kareem. We're going to have a political action discussion, and we're also going to have some maybe somebody from the cannabis world to talk about the cannabis projects and things we talked about at the national convention. And Deb Lee from the national office will be there, and there will be a report from the CARET team as far as the environmental stuff, Mike, that you were talking about earlier. So that's pretty much it.
Frank, is there a charge?
Elections. We will be having elections for officers, for chair, vice chair, secretary, and the treasurer. So those officers and others will be open for nominations and elections.
Frank, question, two quick questions.
Yeah.
One is what's the cost? Because we need to get that in soon.
The cost will be, I believe the cost is gonna be, don't quote me. We talked about it this morning. I don't have my notes in front of me, but there will be a cost, and it's not gonna be it's not gonna be expensive, but there will be a cost because of the food and other things we have to provide for that day.
Yeah, I just wanted to, because we need to get that into you guys as soon as possible so you can do what you need to do.
Well, I definitely have the numbers before the general, and I can get that to you because the flyer should be coming out.
Okay, cool.
Probably the next day or so with the cost and everything on it.
Okay, and if anybody wants to run for election, they can announce it. Well, Frank will give us the process.
I already contacted the election committee, so they've already started. They're gonna start working on that. And, the chair, Denise Caldwell, she's at Black Lake this week. So when she get back, you'll probably be getting contacted. Those who are gonna be on the election committee.
Frank, do you guys want us to wear any particular cbtu shirt or?
No, we got a matter of fact, I had wanted to do this at the national because we have so many different shirts. It'd been good for us to see a sea of the shirts that we've had for the last 4 or 5 years. Everybody could have worn a different one, but as long as they had CBTU on it. We might go along with that theme this year too, at this regional conference. Yep. But that's like I say, any other questions? But that's it.
Any questions for Frank? Any questions for Frank? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to accept this report as presented.
So moved.
In a second. Thank you. It's been motioned in a second. All in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Okay, hearing none. All right, next up, I believe I took my chart down, is the new business or I'm sorry, guys, I took my agenda down. I think it's new business. Okay, next old business. I'm sorry. Next is old business. Any old business? Any old business? Okay. All right. New business. Before we get into the political discussion, I'd like to get your feel on the Canton event. I already said that I told you I'll be going to support them. Do we want to, as an organization, buy some tickets to support the event? Give a discussion on that, please.
It's Lois. How many tickets you have in mind? You said they were $13 a piece.
They're $30 each.
Oh, 30. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes a difference.
Yes, it does. So I was thinking maybe 4.
Okay, so we talking $120?
Yeah, 120. That's my guess. I'll pay for my own, so that's not included in that. And then
So,
we can.
Michael, do you want to, if we were to purchase the 4 tickets, do you want to be able to raffle them off?
I think we do it like we always do, and we can do it be at our next general membership meeting.
Okay. Well, I would like to make a motion. First of all, if anybody has anything else to say for 4 tickets, $120, I think that's reasonable and supporting our other chapter. Can't.
Any other discussion? Support. There's been so there's a motion by Lois that we purchase 4 tickets, which will end up being a total of 5 from Detroit. 4 tickets at $30 each, $120 total. I think that was, who was that? Phil seconded?
Yeah.
Okay, Phil seconded. Discussion? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to accept the motion as presented.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any opposed? All right, so we will purchase 4 tickets to support our brothers and sisters out of Canton. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Phil. All right, any other new business before we get into our political action planning?
I do.
Go ahead, please.
I'm speaking on behalf of Sisters Network. It's a breast cancer support group, nonprofit group, where we're having a Pink Out fashion show gala, which is going to be on September the 24th from 3 to 7.
Oh, wait a minute, somebody, could you mute? We can't hear. Thank you, go ahead. And you said, can you do it again? You said September 24th?
Yep, September the 24th from 3 to 7. And it's at the One Campus Marshes building on the 16th floor. And the tickets are $40, but I just want my organization to at least buy a ticket, if not more, just to support the breast cancer.
Okay, well, I will commit to buying a ticket. Matter of fact, I commit to buying 2 tickets.
We wanted you to model, but you didn't.
I'm a model for you. I ain't renege.
We need
me and Frank gonna model together.
I want some.
Bigger and bigger.
We're shot he can model.
I will commit to 2 tickets.
Huh?
I commit to 2 tickets. I've said personally, I will commit to 2 tickets. Anybody else want to commit to purchase a ticket or make any kind of motion?
Well, I seem to be the motion maker. Can we buy 2 tickets and raffle them off?
You said how many, dear?
2. That's
Okay, you know
that
what
would
I'll
be
do?
$80.
So we go that, and my 2 tickets that I'm purchasing, I'll donate them to the group, and that could be 4 tickets. 2 sets of 2 tickets we can raffle off, or 4 individual tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Support.
No problem. All right, so it's been motioned and supported that we purchase 2 tickets to this event on September 24th. The cost is $40. With a motion and second, all in favor? I'm sorry, excuse me. The discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and to add him to that, I will purchase 2 tickets and donate them to the organization that we can also raffle off.
Thank you.
Mandela?
Yes.
Okay, just tell us, how do we do it? Do a Cash App, or how do we need to do it to get it done?
Yep.
Or you can send us a flyer, and we can also please send us a flyer so we
I
can.
think I sent you one today.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, oh, by the way, everybody, I got a new phone number. Thank you for saying that. My phone is gone. Satan has gotten to my phone right before this event, and people have been trying to reach me and cannot. So you tried to call me, I've not called you back. That's because my phone hasn't working. And my new number, and I will send it to you guys, is a temporary new number until I get my phone fixed. Let's see, it's 248 470 7242.
7242.
Yeah, so use that number. You try to call me my real number, I will not get it. And I already got people mad at me because I ain't called them back, and I didn't know they had called. Matter of fact, sadly,
So Michael, this is just going to be a temporary number for
temporary
you?
until I get it fixed. Yeah, until you know, maybe for 2 weeks or whatever. Because I've been so busy doing these other projects, I hadn't had a chance to get it fixed. So I had to go buy a phone because everybody's calling me about the health fair thing and, you know, getting everything together. It's last minute stuff, y'all. But we getting it done. So yeah. Thank you for saying that, because I should totally forgot about that.
It's in the chat.
Thank you. Is there any other new business before you go into political action? Okay. All right, you guys, let's take the remainder. Oh, we're in good shape. So it's 7:05, so we don't need to take too long to start our preliminary discussions. So I'd like to know from you, what would you all think what direction that we should go in? I know we talk about GOTV. We do that anyway. We have a bus company that's going to work with us this year to pick people up and take them. But I was kind of disturbed when Lois called me what she had to go through, and we need to avoid our people avoiding that. We can't deal with the city clerk stuff, but we can educate people, and it may take 5 programs, or it might take 10 emails, or 5, I don't know what, but people need to understand the process. Plus, the Republicans are going after people. They're really disrupting this thing. And November is going to be a lot different. There are going to be people at the polls, intimidating. It's going to be nasty. So what do you think we should go, besides GOTV? I know we're going to do that. And I haven't heard anybody say not to, so I am going to apply for that $5,000 grant, unless you don't want me to do so. And that money, again, will be cbtu Detroit's money to be used for it has to be a GOTV event. So whether we buy ourselves volunteer T-shirts, will we buy an iPad for people to use at the vote center, or whatever. I mean, we could figure out how that's flyer money, buying water and pop. I don't know, but that money would be for our GOTV efforts. So what's your pleasure? Let me hear your ideas on our political action plan. What should we be doing?
Michael, once again, it's Lois speaking.
I
like us talking, but we need to really make our issues clear to what we experienced at the voting. I didn't tell you this, but when I did get an opportunity to vote, they were using those felt pens that bled through on the other side of your ballot. My ballot was spoiled. They told me it was no problem. And the machine asked, there's inconsistent in your ballot. There's something wrong with your ballot. I had showed the guy that it had bled through using those felt pen, permanent markers.
Tell me where you were again at, what location?
Okay, when I got to vote, I voted at Cook School, and that's when I got the permanent markers to fill in. Well, if you just make a quick check, it doesn't bleed through, but when you color in the oval as the direction says, it bled through on the other side. My daughter experienced the same thing. We had to ask for ink pen when I got my second ballot. This is things that as we're feeding it in the machine, people want to hurry up and get out of there. You've waited
Right.
in line or whatever it is. So if the machine said, do you still want to submit your ballot? You say yes, and it goes through it and it doesn't count. And I think we need to, first of all, I know we got to get people out to vote, but we need to get a letter together of some of the problems that we have had, our citizens are experiencing trying to vote. Because you do have those white people sitting up. This first time I went to my poll in Rosedale Park, Hook Elementary, there was a slew of white folks up there watching everything.
Oh yeah, you think that was some? Wait till November.
Yeah,
They're
and
gonna
that's
be
what I'm saying.
intimidating.
And I had to argue with the lady in charge because she questioned, what do you mean? I said, and then she made a line on a piece of paper. It didn't bleed through. I said, it's a permanent marker. I colored it in. I showed the gentleman it bled through. But it was like she didn't want to come up with another ballot.
So let me go back to what you were saying in terms of us doing action. So
Yes.
so you're thinking that from Detroit CBTU, we could put a letter, and then we're gonna do more than one letter. We're gonna be educating folk on these issues. But that we can, and we're not knocking Janice, we're not knocking Daniel.
No.
We can say, hey, these are things that have happened, you know, X, Y, and Z. It's happened. We have to make sure these things are prevented. I'm just throwing this out, throwing it up on the wall. Y'all take it down. These are things that can't be prevented. If this happens, go see ABCD. This happens, go see every that. City of Detroit, y'all gotta be on your A game. We need you. Or State of Michigan, Secretary of State, whatever, you know, what have you. And or we can have a meeting with them. We can call a meeting with Ms. Winfrey. We can call a meeting with Secretary Benson. What do you think?
I'm gonna say this. What we need to make sure is we have folks at the polling locations. When we used to work with NAACP challenging, we need to really focus on that. Because what Lois is saying is true. At my voting location, I know my number was 77. But when I looked at the count on the machine, it was 66. So the question I had is it because they're bleeding through and they're not counting these votes? So if you got 11 just at that point in time that I voted, and you multiply that over the 400 or 500 precincts, whatever it is in the city of Detroit now, you're talking about a major number of votes that are not being counted. And so I think that's the action we should do, first of all, is get back with the NAACP and start working to put together a team that we can go to these polling locations and we can make sure and ask those questions officially. So like Lois was saying, she don't get her head snapped off. So if you got somebody officially there doing that, she's gonna probably act a little better.
Frank, I think we should start earlier with that training. I know you and I have done it for 15,000 years, but especially getting our younger people. I really want these young people to get involved. I'm telling you, I was so elated at the Young Workers Conference and get them to physically come down there and do this.
Yeah,
So
I believe you're right. It was a young lady at the polling location that I was talking with, and it was good to see that. It was young people there, and they want to participate in the process. But it's a huge job, but we got to start somewhere. And I agree with Lois.
I think we need to start
Otherwise,
early.
This election in 22 this election in November is going to get by us, and we already got somebody in office that may not even be there because he won, but he might be there because the votes weren't counted properly or not even counted. And if then we can show, and I would say proof, but we can show a reason for them to really look at what they're doing to make sure the votes are being counted. That's a good step as well. But we need people there to address that there at those locations. That's something you're right. We should start early, get with Chewy over at the branch and see when we can start early and recruit younger folks to actually do that. That'll put them in the process.
What about going out recruiting seniors in high school and and kids, I keep calling kids, young people in college and start recruiting them?
That would be the place to start. They already are starting to recruit them to become precinct delegates.
Yep, yep. I just won election too, by the way. Re-elected.
Yeah, I think I got elected. Wasn't nobody else running, so I better have been
I
elected.
got reelected too.
Lost.
I think that'd be a good start.
Okay, so I got college students, high school seniors, and into the training, and I'm pretty sure after my conversation, the vote center, we can use the vote center for a lot of things. Of course, we got to get the COVID thing. You know, we don't know what the heck's going to happen there. But other than that, the vote center will be available to us to do that type of training. So that's a great. Any other idea?
Mike?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
You know, also, if we get that $5,000 grant, another thing that's going to be very important on election day is having spotters to go around, because the Republicans are going to be there at major polling places. We need to make sure that we've got somewhere there, and also working with the NAACP, where we got some kind of reporting system and this type of thing. We've got to be there to make sure that our people are not intimidated. Number one, they're going to try to start intimidating people, you know, having someone stand there with a gun on their hip and this type of thing. We need to have our people, and, you know, reporting back, so that if we have to get somebody out there, you know, this type of thing, so that, you know, our votes are not are not really messed with. Our voters are not messed with.
Now, what they, I'm trying to remember who was I talked to. It was somebody in law enforcement. Forgive me. I don't know if it's the sheriff or the police chief, but they told me they had a plan for that, for voter intimidation and stuff. If, like you said, and you guys, what Dave is saying is true. They're talking about wearing their guns, and carrying their guns at the people walking in. We had a little old lady walking in, and the white guys with an AK-47. I mean, that's insanity. But they can do it legally.
I mean, they may have one. They may be up against one with one.
Yeah, and that's what, you know, we can.
So, but you don't want to shoot out at the polls.
Yeah, we don't want to. But we can. What? So Dave. So give me an idea of what you want us. You want us to get with the Secretary of State and get with the city and come up with a voter intimidation plan, because the NAACP does a lot. What you're saying about the hey, Michael, any problem over there? Yeah, Frank, they got 20 people here that can't vote. They already have that in place. So is there something else that you think we should do? Because we got that $5 grand. Well, we haven't got it yet, but we have the $5 grand. We can do things with that. Like I say, whether it's buying T-shirts, everybody we identify, to putting out literature. I mean, we can do those kind of things. But I wrote down what you said, spotters going around fighting intimidation. Do you think we need to come up with some kind of plan on that? What give me your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we do. And I mean, and not just by ourselves. We need to, you know, work with the NAACP and you know, other groups that's out there. But we need to have a plan and start working on that plan now. You know,
we need to start now.
Before you know it.
Yes. Yeah. October is a wrap, so we got to get on it now. Right. That's what another reason why I wanted to have our meeting, go and get our meeting. Okay. I got you. I got it, Dave. Anything else you want to add, bro?
If we use the vote center, you know, and we got a location, you know, where we can actually, you know, get calls in, shoot people out if we have to. There might be, I'm sure the attorneys are going to be on call and those kind of things, but we need to be a major part of that whole operation.
And another thing, Dave, Frank did years ago, we bought cell phones, or did we rent them, Frank? Did we buy them? I can't remember. But if we get the $5 grand, we can do that and get, you know, have phones, so people want, you know, concerned about using their own phone to make phone calls and stuff. Or we find a sponsor if we don't get this grant. But that's something else we can do. When we went out on the NWC patrols, that's what we use as well. So that's something we can look at, communication. So if something happened.
You gotta look at that was with not T-Mobile, it was what's the other one?
I can't remember.
The cheap phone provider.
T-Mobile? T-Mobile?
No, not T-Mobile. T-Mobile bought them.
Oh, Verizon? No.
No.
T-Mobile bought Sprint.
Sprint, okay.
Yeah, but they bought the other one before they bought Sprint.
Metro.
And they
Metro.
own Metro PCS.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it was. It was Metro.
Okay. So do we buy them or we rent them?
We actually bought. We bought them.
We bought them. Okay.
We bought them. So the region has them.
Okay.
Oh,
We can look at that. We can look at that, everybody. It really worked well. I forgot how many we bought, but when people came to phone bank, they didn't have to use their own phone, which they pretty appreciated. And then we can have it for forever, or until we get rid of them. I don't know how that goes, but we can figure that out. We'll put somebody in charge of that. Okay. Any other ideas?
Yeah.
Everybody, come on, everybody. Me and y'all.
Yeah. I would like to see us actually maybe draft a letter or some kind of resolution or something from our organization to, our Secretary of State and, whoever is in charge of the state legislature on that level.
Mhm.
So we can speed up the absentee voting count. So that's probably won't cost us a lot, but as far as any grant money we can get, I'm all for buying some kind of tablets or something like that, so that when we do have events, we can sign people up right then and there to do their absentee votes and all of that. I see a problem, in the city of Detroit, is that, they're saying that we don't have a lot of people in the city, which we know we do, but we look at our red line, we even red line with voting. So all these people don't live in Farmington and Taylor, they live in the city,
right.
but they using their mama's address for the insurance. So we know
Exactly.
this. So we know this, so we
That's a
need to
good
have.
point, Chip. That's a
Yeah,
good
we
point.
need to have the equipment available to guide these people to do absentee. And we also need to make our voice heard in the legislature, whether it's hostile or not. We still need to send that communication to the state legislature and to keep our hands from being tied from counting those absentee ballots.
You know what? We might want to set up a meeting with the Secretary of State and or Janice/Daniel and have them go through the whole process with us, so we'll know, because there's a lot of stuff we may not know. Or we can get Hester Wheeler, because he knows it.
Yeah, Hester know it backwards and forwards. And
And
just
he
to
can
add
give
a
us some.
little historical context with I think it's very important that we partner with what the NAACP already has in place. We did this before. I remember doing about 10, 12 years ago.
We've been doing it for a long time.
We had a little badges and everything, and we was allowed to go in and get the count. And so now the Republicans have mimicked that. They're doing it now, but they're doing it in the form of intimidation. So we could probably find out what the largest polling locations are and narrow it down to those and commit as CBTU Detroit chapter to those polling locations, or where the problems are, or where that intimidation is, or, I'm glad to go out. I ain't scared of no damn body with no gun.
I know you ain't. You ain't scared of no ghosts. I know
I wear my answer, whatever.
I know you are, deputy. I know you are.
But I think that whatever we do, that we drill it down to one or two things that we can actually really commit to, the one or two things. So, I mean, it's sad that we just got problems all over the place, but just drill down exactly what we can do. Can we cover these two polling locations if these are where the problems are, and split up the shift or something like that?
I think we get those numbers. So, Tiff, what I have is that you said draft a letter from CBTU to your Secretary of State, the legislator, and if it's kiss my ass, kiss my ass. Get out the AV ballots out, counting the ballots, fine about that. Look at the largest polling location and drill down on commitment.
Or the problematic locations. It might not necessarily be the largest ones, but the ones where
largest problems,
especially in mixed communities where we know that maybe they're not gonna come down to, Harper and Chalmers with all that foolishness. But they might go out to Rosedale where they think they can slide through and get away with it. People a little more timid.
What can I say this? What I historically done in the past was we usually had the top 50 to the top 100 polling locations. And out of that, we split down to the top 25, where you had the largest votes that are going to come in out of those precincts. And usually, I remember, polling locations have multiple precincts. One might be the highest and one might be the lowest in that same building. So it's better that way. They say we target the polling location instead of just looking at the precincts. Okay. And then we can drill down that way, and we have better focus on what we need to utilize going forward. And that's a program we can do all the time, because we can get those numbers from the clerk's office. The highest and lowest voting locations, that's easy stuff.
Well, for me, it wasn't necessarily the highest and lowest. It was where the problems were, where we know there's known problems.
But usually, Tiff, those ones that had known problems, they shift all the time. And then they close that precinct down and put it in with somebody else. So you may say a bad precinct, but like I said, it may be in the same building with a high precinct. And you've been in the buildings, in the gym where you got 3 or 4 precincts.
Right.
In there, and then one may be the bad one with all the problems, but it's in the building with some of the highest and best locations how they ran. So it could be their problem with that person, not the building. It could be a problem with the person that could be running that particular precinct. So that's what I said.
And Daniel will know. I mean, they know.
Usually know. And then the other thing is we should do is don't forget election day to count the ballots. You know, I was down there for the counting last year. I was down there in 2020.
They're gonna have to asshole this year.
I was down there in 2020 down at Cobo, and let me tell you, it was crazy. And
they're gonna do it again.
They're gonna do it again. And the worst was the second day when they started the counting. It wasn't necessarily the first day, it was the second day when they really acted crazy down there. And they started out early in the morning. So, and it went all the way through. You saw it, y'all saw it. I ain't gotta explain it. But you're right, Tiff, those are all the things that we should be focusing on. And let them alert them to know that's what we want out of them. Especially think about it now with all the split districts we got that are in Detroit, or in Wayne County and Oakland County.
Right.
I got the next thing I was gonna bring up is I'm gonna do some research to see how that turned out, the numbers and stuff. Because we all know how screwed up the thing was, and it's still, everybody that you don't know, there's still a federal suit about the districts and all that. But let's see, how did that work out? The numbers, you know, what did people vote? I mean, we know traditionally they always vote low numbers for the primary. We know because the numbers were very low. But let's see if we can find out how did that affect the voting, the districts? Because Debbie Dingle didn't have to move. I mean, I'm sorry, Debbie Dingle did move, but Rashida didn't. I'll leave that in the air.
Wait, Rashida did or didn't?
She didn't. But Debbie did. Debbie moved. I mean, that whole thing is just so wacky, man. It's just, Dr. Oz don't even live where he running for office. I'm sorry, I digress. So what's some other ideas, guys? What's some other ideas? I don't want to keep you here. Because let's say go another 3 minutes, be 7:30. What's more, anybody get? And this is just the beginning. We're just starting to pull our plan together. So think about it. And I got to give it to Frank, because Frank he's on the national committee. They may have some stuff that we can glean from. Maybe not all of it, but there might be some stuff. So everybody, I mean, we all you smart folk, we take everybody's ideas and just start putting stuff together. That's what it's all about. Brainstorm coming up. Ain't no such thing as a bad idea. We're gonna throw it up on the wall. If we like it, we'll take it and put it in there. If we don't, take it and put it somewhere else. But let's come up, we need to start now. So I'm going to start early and not wait till October 15th to start doing stuff.
Right.
So I commit to you all, the deadline for that grant application is Wednesday. So I'm going to be working on that tonight. Frank, if you don't mind, I'm going to share that with you.
Yep.
You can look it over with me, okay, because there's some big words I don't know. So we look at that. It's really complicated, y'all, but it's really, really good. I mean, we get, and it's just the beginning. They have more money. This organization is trying to, which I love, is trying to build all these union labor organizations together. And for right now, they can't do union but they can do organization with nonprofits. So
Mhm.
we're blessed to be in there. Any other thoughts or ideas before we go on the political action? I will tell you that, and Frank knows we've been doing this. We are looking at, again, I think I mentioned it earlier, getting a candidates workshop together to prepare candidates who are looking out for labor issues and working people's issues. So we're looking at that also. And briefly, everybody that's not tied to this, the Bill Lucy Academy is moving forward. So we're getting excited, still slowly, everybody step by step, but we are making progress. It can't go into a whole lot of details right now, but we are making progress with that. So we're excited about that. Okay. Anyone have any other ideas about the our political action program? I mean, planning. Okay, seeing none, then I will close this section out of the new business. I've taken notes. I'll put these together and get them to you, to all the executive board members, because they may have some ideas that we didn't talk about today. And I'm not sure we're ready to share them with the membership yet, but we can kind of get it together, make it make sense. Then we could probably do it at the membership meeting on the 20th and get their thoughts too, get their feedbacks on what we should be doing. Is there anything else in new business? Okay, are there any announcements? Any announcements?
An announcement.
Go ahead, dear.
Wednesday, August 17th.
Say again, Tiff, please.
Wednesday, August 17th.
Uh-huh.
Michigan Labor History Society mobilization, Labor Day mobilization luncheon.
Oh,
Where's it gonna be held this time?
It's gonna be at the electrical workers, local 58. From 11:30 to 1.
Okay.
And give me a second. That is 1358 Abbott Street, and the tickets are $40. So they're saying if you want a ticket, you can call the Labor History Society, the Metro AFL, Region 1 or Region 1A.
What, you know who they're honoring this year?
Who's honoring? The Labor History Society or?
Don't they honor somebody at these things?
Yeah, actually, that's actually my segment. It's the United Way Bernie Firestone Award.
Oh, cool.
So the honoree recipient this year for the Bernie Firestone Award is Jesse Riggs out of UAW Local 600.
Oh, I know Jesse. Okay, I thought he was.
Yay.
And Della White is a past recipient
yay.
of that award.
Yay.
Alumni.
Okay, I've got it in there.
Yay.
And since we'll be at Region 1 Saturday at 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, there is an event for Director James Harris down the street at Malone's Tavern.
This Saturday coming?
This Saturday coming.
Okay.
So that's from 3 to
leave
7.
his region and go down there and celebrate with him.
Absolutely. That's,
He told me he had another event, but he didn't tell me what it was. So thank you.
okay, well, this is the event. So it'll be at Malone's Tavern. So that's just before you get to 14 Mile.
Okay. Yeah, well, all of us are there. We can all, if I feel like going, we'll go by to support the brother. I mean, he just opened up the region to us and just wonderful brother. I'm so appreciative. And he is a member of the Detroit chapter of CBtu. So,
Yes, he is.
thank you. Any other announcements? I'm sorry, Tiff, you finished? Excuse me.
Yeah, I think that was all I had.
Our precinct
Any other
delegate
announcements?
won my seat to be a precinct delegate.
Congratulations, girl.
Thank you.
Next to White House. But any other announcements? Any good and welfare? Any
Sorry,
good?
I have an announcement. I also got reelected to my seat, precinct delegate.
Yeah.
All these political animals in here. Why you run for the 3rd and 13th? Everybody else did.
No way.
Thank you, baby.
Congratulations,
Chris.
Christy.
Thanks.
Any
Yeah, I
other?
got some good welfare too.
Go ahead, dear.
I just wanted to tell everyone, thank you for reaching out to me last week when I had COVID. So thank you for your prayers and your well wishes and your text messages and all of that. I can't remember everybody is out sick. I can't. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. I know we was worried about me.
How you feeling now, Jeff?
I'm doing much better than I was. Much better. I'm still kind of not really semi-quarantined a little bit.
Mhm.
So
Glad
my
to see you doing better.
Today, so I'll wait and see what she says.
Just feel better and get well, baby. Just take your time. Take your time.
So actually, Saturday will be my public debut.
All right. But we're gonna have the karaoke machines. You can go down. All right. If there's no more good and welfare or any announcements, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
I make a motion, we adjourn this meeting.
Give me a call.
I'm sorry.
Ask Frank to give me a call.
We'll do,
Okay.
Dave. We'll be me. You've been on my. Hey, I've been busy as hell. So I'll be calling you when we get off the phone.
All right, great.
Get off here. All right. Bye.
Okay. So I'm gonna interrupt that bromance for a minute. There's a motion on the floor for adjournment. Who made it, please?
I second. It's Chrissy.
Okay. Who made it? I couldn't hear.
And
Della.
And Della for the
Okay,
motion,
Della
and Christy second.
Chrissy second. Thank you. The motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Thank you. Go with your buttons.
Aye,
and thank
aye.
you so much, everybody. I hope to see you Saturday. You probably get another email from me Saturday if you can make it. We appreciate it. More importantly, tell people men that you love to come, and even men you don't love to come. It is really an important thing. Unfortunately, we men, we don't go checked out until their arm about to fall off. We have for some Gorilla Glue, see if they'll stick it back on there.
That's true.
This is a real serious thing. That the analogy I was using is about how we don't check our car until the engine about to put out, then we get help. And sometimes that's too late. There's some great things in medicine to help, especially African American men with prostate cancer, with high blood pressure. So please tell men that you love, take advantage of this opportunity. We've been blessed to get this done free, and I'm looking forward to helping some people. Thank you, everybody. Good night. God bless you.
Tiffany, send me that information about the labor luncheon.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.